Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Bunch of Nuts podcast. This is Dan here at Cass. Today it was Pro Day at the Woody Hayes Athletic Center, and
Yay.
and the boys they showed out. I would say, was it the most exciting Pro Day? I don't know about that, but there was a lot of scouts in attendance. I do have the list of the scouts. There in total there was 141 total NFL personnel, six head coaches. They were Ben Johnson of the Bears, Raheem Morris of the Falcons, Kellen Moore of the Saints, Brian Schottenheimer of the Cowboys. That's still hilarious. It's Brian Schottenheimer, who's their coach. Mike Tomlin Steelers, Mike Vrabel Patriots. We saw the picture of Mike Vrabel and Ryan Day. GMs we had Terry Fontenot with the Falcons, Brian Gutekunst, the Packers, Omar Khan Steelers.
Timeout. Timeout on the field. We don't normally do this. We'll get back into this. Michi Johnson has spoke.
Oh,
The Dispatch just posted it.
oh.
I'm trying to find because it wouldn't let me open up the Dispatch, the
All
actual.
right, open that up real quick. The last two are Ryan Poles Bears and Mickey Loomis Saints. But this
Yeah.
is breaking news. Michi Johnson, what happened here? Hold on.
Uh,
We're going to Twitter. We're going to Twitter. This is a live Michi Johnson latest. I don't have anything on Twitter.
it's on the Dispatch. Let me just look it up. I just happened to because like we scroll things on as we go through. The Dispatch posted it, and it's telling me to subscribe. I
Four
don't know.
minutes ago.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll work around getting around the paywall. Let's get to Pro Day, and then we'll try to break the paywall because I'm not paying a damn dime. Real. So Pro Day happens at Ohio State, and I had a couple notes. My first note was Josh Simmons is an absolute freak of nature. I know you like you brought this up in during training camp because you went and saw the offensive line and like the first thing you mentioned was Josh Simmons in person, freaking nature. Well, that was just proven again today when he took 225 pounds and repped it 33 times, 34 times actually was the official count. 34 times, close gripped. Didn't even go like not even go wider. He went close gripped just to show how strong his triceps were, and he's coming off of an injury. That's insane. That like I just want to point out how insanely strong he is. And any scouts who saw that today, he's a first rounder for sure.
Well, he met with Vrabel extensively,
And
so it could be a thing where Vrabel jumps back up in the first round with the Patriots and selects him. He
they,
is, a,
they have a need at tackle. They really do.
yeah. I think though they're going to get a playmaker with their first pick, and I think it could be a Travis Hunter. It could be the kid from Arizona, the wide receiver from Arizona. But I can honestly see Vrabel and the Patriots. Keep in mind, may not pick in the top 10. They've been known to trade picks if they really don't fall in love. Um, if they really, don't fall in love with their guy, they're going to they are known to fall back. And Vrabel being a Belichick guy, he could see. It could be possible that they you know move down to get Josh Simmons because he is in that the mid teens range to the 20s range, or late first round, because of coming off the injury. But if they really fall in love, I could see them honestly moving that top five pick and moving down because they also need a playmaker on defense. And I think Abdul Carter and Travis Hunter will be gone before they pick. So you could see
Yeah.
Vrabel and Robert Kraft of the Patriots moving down to a team that needs a quarterback because people are going to reach for quarterbacks. You know that,
Yeah.
uh,
Oh, yeah.
and can move down.
I have a couple other winners from today. I have Um, I have Ty Hamilton as a winner from Pro Day. He actually had the best bench out of anyone. And his 40 was a 4.95, and he repped 35 reps on the bench press. I think he's gonna be he's gonna be
He's gonna be just like his brother. He's gonna be late. He's gonna be like a
get
third round pick.
he's gonna get drafted. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think he was a very underrated player on this defense this year too. I mean, he was a starter, but I feel like he was always the one of the unsung heroes.
Yeah.
Hancock was very impressive, looked very fast again in his 40, 4.42 they had him running. I saw reports that Lathan ran a 4.38. I don't know if it came from a burner account on Twitter. I'm on 11 Warriors. It says he ran a 4.53, but even that, a 4.53 for a guy of his size and his bulk playing safety, that's a pretty good time. I think Lathan is definitely a winner. And then finally, I got oh my gosh, where Donovan Jackson is another winner. Um, he just kind of proved like that you're gonna get a guy who's gonna be able to play both basically tackle or guard with him. And then like you comp him to Simmons. And Simmons is a freak, but like Donovan has a bigger wingspan by basically 2 inches. His bench press was two fewer reps. Um, but like when you look at the numbers, I mean, him and Simmons are very similar size and strength wise, but Donovan, gives you that versatility. And I think he had a really good pro day.
Yeah, I want him in Cincinnati really bad.
A lot of people do,
I've said that numerous times. I don't think the Bengals are going to go that way. I think they're going to go defense.
probably.
I mean, they're just handing out cash left and right. They're about to hand out cash to Trey Hendrickson. I don't somehow, some way, Mike Brown has reached deep into his pockets, But the Bengals are finding a way to sign their superstars. Now, what they do in the draft, we'll find out more. I do like Donovan Jackson a lot. I thought Emeka Buka shined today as well, just solidifying his first round draft pick. Draft pick. I think there's only going to be two first rounders out of this class, unfortunately.
Who would you go with? Who do you
It's
think?
good. It's good. I think it's going to be Josh Simmons and Emeka Buka getting selected. I know the Steelers really paid close attention to JT Tuimoloau, and he just fits that Steelers mold. As much as I hate the Steelers, but he fits that guy that's going to fill Cam Hayward. Like once Cam Hayward retires, that's going to be JT Tuimoloau. Uh,
Yeah,
that's
that's
who.
actually a great comp.
Honestly, that's who JTT reminds me of is Cam Hayward.
No, it's a great comp. I thought Will Howard looked pretty good today too. I think he looked way more comfortable. He had his guys. The NFL Combine, it's tough because you don't have the chemistry with some of these guys. I mean, his arm strength looked great today. He was throwing it 60, 65 yards in the air consistently. And basically any incompletion he had, like Mayan Williams was out there running routes today, which is
Good for him.
and that's awesome. I'm not gonna lie. He didn't get a chance to do that last year because he was coming off that brutal knee injury. So I hope he gets some looks, maybe like the CFL or someone will take a chance on him so he can get back into the playing football. But like that was one of his incompletions to Mayan Williams, who's not who also lets Will Howard and Mayan Williams have probably never have practiced because Mayan wasn't on the team last year. So that just kind of shows you the guy Will Howard is willing to work with a guy like a running back who isn't a receiving threat. Really, it's mine. He's a
You
power
know
back.
who looked good? Brandon Ennis and Carnell Tate.
Which I love that they had them working out. It's funny. It's funny that
I
Jeremiah.
love Ohio State does that. I really do.
It's funny how Jeremiah didn't work out, and people's theories were, oh, they don't want him out there to take away from like the like Emeka and like
Yeah.
all the receivers.
But going to spring ball a little bit, I guess Brandon Ennis is really turning heads. He's dropped a few pounds and he's really playing very well in spring ball.
I mean,
But
I knew that. I mean, I knew that was going to happen. I called that months ago. Like
yeah,
anyone who didn't think Brandon Ennis is going to be a stud for this team, they're asleep
it,
at the wheel.
yeah, we'll get more into spring ball here soon. But I mean, pro day, it's fun to see those guys out there running around. before they get ready for the draft. Because that's the next step. They got a month. They continue workouts. A month from this week, where they're in Green Bay. Who is going to get invited? I think Will Howard gets invited.
I don't think he's gonna get invited. I'd be very
I don't. I think Mecca gets invited.
I could see
He
that.
might be the. Does Jack and JTT though? Because how popular they are. This honestly might be the smallest invitee group to the draft, because there's a lot of guys I think that are going to decline. I think Shador Sanders, Travis Hunter, lock them in. Cam Ward, lock them in. They're going to be there.
Yeah, absolutely. Because they're all. I mean, all those guys are about the spotlight too.
Um, I think Travis Hunter is a giant just by everything that I'm reading.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think they're gonna. I mean, because they have Rush, Jameis, DeVito. I think they're just gonna roll with that and then kind of figure that out. Because
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
back to pro day.
yeah.
Tyleik Williams went down for a little bit. It was scary. And he was running the 40-yard dash, which it's hilarious that he's running the 40-yard dash. It's
Why?
he's fast though. I'm not gonna lie. He said he was running a 4.8, 4.9. Um, and obviously goes down. Turned out to be a cramp. Thank goodness. Like I was good. My heart was about to break for Tyleik if he went down and it was like a major knee injury. It didn't look good at first because it could have been his knee. Looked like his knee might have buckled. And you're like, oh gosh, please be okay. Like getting hurt on your pro day is like probably one of the worst things that could happen. But he's all right. Tweet out, he's good. Just a cramp. Um, so he's got to stay locked in. He's got to be like the morning routine guy. He's got to get his banana, his Saratoga water, his salt, his ice bucket.
I'm surprised with all the nutrition stuff. While spring ball practice is also going on, they may not have had spring ball practice today because the
I think
pro.
they had it yesterday.
Yeah,
There were some good reps. Like you saw, it was McLean versus Mylan Graham in a. It looked like a
yeah.
drill where they're both like kind of converging at a point and they're throwing the ball and they're seeing.
I think McLean won that.
I think McLean did too. It's a catch and traffic drill. It looks like McLean had a beat on the pass, but I don't know. We maybe Mylan just like strong handed.
Whoever took that picture,
It was a great.
fantastic work.
It was
Fantastic work.
sick photo. Awesome.
Fantastic work. Our 6 photos is your little photos that you put on Twitter today.
The anime ones.
The animated ones.
So I had Rock do it because apparently, like it's a trend right now. Like Chat GPT does it, but Chat GPT won't do it for me. It's like, oh, it's against the policy. I'm like, it's not against the policy. I was arguing. I told Chat GPT today that Grok's better than him, and he, sorry you feel that way. I was like, Grok, look, this is a Grok podcast because Grok does what I tell him.
Oh man.
I'm still waiting. We're trying to get behind this paywall, folks, about the Michi Johnson thing. Once we get it, we will talk about it.
You know who's killing it? And
Who?
Tyler Bowman, man. Two
Oh yeah,
big time
Tyler Bowen.
recruits, back to back days, man. I love the recruit we got yesterday that just told him while at practice. Like,
So this is his third recruit. So I believe third recruit of the month, which is insane. So Tucker Smith is the most recent one. He's 6'5", 280 pounds. Could obviously use a little more meat. 3-star out of Phoenix, Arizona. It's exciting now. We need
my
it.
wife loved the fact that he was wearing cowboy boots.
Yeah. Um, Maxwell Riley, we also got. He is 6'5", 280 out of Ohio. He is a 4-star. And then the one I think we're all most excited about is the 6'7" tackle, Sam Greer from Archbishop Hoban.
Because
Uh,
he's the one that at practice told
yeah.
in the middle of drills.
To-
Told,
I think Ryan Day knew he was committing because Ryan had like a smile and grin on his face, but then he went up to Coach Bowen and like just gave him so much love, which was awesome.
yeah, I love it. I love it. And Buckeye basketball team got transferred today. Gabe Cups. We'll talk a little recruiting here. I think he's
Under-
solid. I think he's
He's
solid.
underrated. I want to make it clear this guy is not he's not the stereotypical, oh, Ohio State got this mid guard from, low level Big Ten program who only averages a couple points a game. He's not going to do much. That's not, watch the highlights. He only played like 4 games this year. I think he redshirted, honestly, for Indiana this year. The year before, though, really solid player. If you watch him, like he has a very good shot. Very, very
Yeah.
pure shot, good ball handler. If he gets the minutes and plays a lot, he can definitely be a double digit scorer easily and
From
some good.
yeah, from our friends over at Views from the Shot podcast, just tweeted out 19 minutes ago. Ohio State is interested in former Rutgers center Lathan Somerville.
I
I
saw that.
mean, I
He's not a bad player. He's averaged about I want to say it was like 8 points a game for
yeah,
Rutgers.
8.2.
8.2. Yeah, he's 6'10", 275 pounds. Would be a nice little upgrade. I mean, he's a freshman too. Would be
Yeah,
a nice little upgrade. Not even upgrade. We just need it. We just need it. It's
yeah.
also, I want to credit Views from the Shot and our boy Ohio State Hoops Insider. They are the first to report this. It's not officially reported, but if you read between the lines, they basically did a projection of the scholarships, both of them. Aaron Bradshaw wasn't is not on the projection of scholarships, and then Aaron Bradshaw on his Instagram story posted something about new beginnings a little bit earlier today. Yeah, he's about good as gone, I would say. I mean, it's not official from both of them. They're both saying this on Twitter too, but I mean, let's call a spade here.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see how that is because he hasn't officially entered the portal, but who has officially entered the portal, and this is a big loss for the
This
Ohio State
sucks.
women's
This
team, and
one
this
sucks.
sucks. But I don't blame her. I do not blame her.
No,
Our superstar Cotie McMahon entered the portal. I don't blame her. I really don't. I think Coach McGuff is a good coach, but his in-game adjustments in big games are terrible. Um, they 22 turnovers. The girl is so passionate. Um, it makes you wonder where she's going to transfer. Um,
I mean, where would you see her? Because she's a local girl, correct? She's local.
yeah,
I just not Michigan.
no,
I
it's
could
nowhere. I don't think it's anybody in the Big Ten. It might
I
be
could see
Tennessee,
I could see UConn for her.
UConn, Tennessee.
She's a
Both
competitor.
could she go to South Carolina
Yeah, I know. I could see I could see
or
big
play
play.
play alongside Juju Lockett Juju
USC.
next year at USC?
Yeah, that would be tough. I don't know if she would go to USC.
I
Um,
don't. It sucks. It really does because I do like Jelani Chamberlain at point guard. She's a freshman. Uh,
LSU perhaps with Kim Mulkey.
I think I think South Carolina is the team to really watch.
Okay.
I think South Carolina. We'll see. We don't know. Like I don't. I was telling my family this week. I kind of want to dig into the women's basketball ratings this year, compare them to last year, from when Caitlin Clark is. I guarantee they are down significantly.
Oh, 100%.
Um,
Not even close.
but but
I,
yeah,
I mean,
still no news. Still no news on this Michi Johnson stuff. So
This paywall is tough, and it's like we gotta hack this thing. This is crazy.
yeah,
Yeah,
I,
no,
I,
the ratings are definitely down because I remember when the women's tournament was on last year, I was in the hospital because Troy's turning 1 year old Sunday, which is crazy. Um, and like we were watching all the women's games, me and Bree, like because I mean we were also in the hospital, not much to do, but I was locked in for the tournament. And this year I haven't watched a single women's game, so
I've watched a
Park
few,
effect is real.
but I'm going to sit here while we're on here and shout out the Ohio State softball team. They broke the record for the most home runs in their school record already this season, and they're ranked 21st in the country. Currently, they are on a one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9 game winning streak. 4 of those games ended in 5 innings. They beat Michigan State 17-1. They beat Michigan State 24-2. Beat Youngstown State 12-1. Beat Green Bay 10-0. And in their latest one, they beat Akron today 13-6. They have a tough. They go on the road against Indiana for a 3-game series this weekend. They have Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, and then they head out to Long Beach. Then they head out to Long Beach late before they have a 2-game series with UCLA, and then come back and head to Pennsylvania for a game against Pitt, and then the weekend of the spring game they have a 3-game spring showcase, 3-game series for the Penn State. They're fun. I've been here and they're fun to watch. There's still a lot of there's still like a whole month of softball left, but they're exciting. I've been here. I follow them on Twitter. Can't really watch them or listen to them because they're like nowhere. But
It's tough, bro.
that sucks because this might be one of the best. They got a new coach too this year. I heard. This could be one of the best Ohio State softball teams we've had in a very, very long time, and you can't even watch them.
Speaking of, I guess, the softball, the baseball, it's opening day tomorrow, obviously. Very excited about that. But Ohio State, our boys at the Silver Bulletin, are good buddies at Silver Bulletin. This came from them. Former Ohio State Buckeye Zach DeZenzo has made the opening day roster for the Astros. A former 12th round pick, DeZenzo appeared in 19 games last year and now earns a roster spot to open up the season.
And you know what? We covered him for a short period of time with the Big Sports Bulletin.
We did. He was a good player, I remember, and that's so funny. And he's gonna play actually a lot. I mean, he is gonna definitely contend for time at first for the Astros. Last year he batted 242, 2 home runs, 6 ribbies. But he's gonna basically be their utility guy. He's a good young player for them. It's very exciting. Like Ohio State, their baseball program hasn't obviously been that great. I mean, their coach was kind of,
Here it is.
you got it, Dimitri.
Yes.
Let's go. Okay, let's hear it.
According to Adam Girardi, Michi Johnson was dealing with multiple personal matters and mental health issues when he decided to step away from the Ohio State men's basketball team. In his first public comments leaving the team, Johnson told the Dispatch departure after 10 games was a result of a number of the court issues affecting him to a point where he needed to stop playing basketball. Michi Johnson said, I was going through a lot mentally. Mental health is serious. It's something I've dealt with my whole life. It was something that definitely was affecting me. It was my life. There was a lot going on in basketball, being something that I used as an outlet, just didn't feel like myself mentally. I just had to focus on my mental health, and that was that.
So he had court issues, it said?
Mental health issues.
Oh.
Yeah. So there it is.
All right. Interesting. Well, I'm glad he got help. That's great. It's interesting that that's all it was. I mean, you don't know what people are going through. I'm glad it wasn't anything more severe. It's just, I guess it's anticlimactic. It was just mental health issues, which I'm not trying to downplay that at all. I'm just like, I was expecting something a little more, but I'm glad he sought help. Hopefully he's doing better. It's a bummer we obviously did not play much this year.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's really all I've got.
That's all I've
Short episode.
Yeah, no, not a crazy episode today. We have some really good ones lined up going forward. Um, next week is no, next week is not the spring game. Next week is
We'll think of something.
we'll figure it out. We always do. Real quick, guys, shout out Forever Game Day. I got my lunatic fringe hat on. I got the game shirt on. It's actually a fire shirt. If you look, Cass, do you see?
Asterisk, yeah.
Oh, we'll go up, scroll up.
It's blocking.
Oh, do you see the 2021?
No.
On. Let me know what
It's a duck. Yeah,
They got
shout out
me
to
one
those
too, buddy.
guys. I have my little bourbon glass. I don't drink bourbon, but I drink a little stuff out of it downstairs. So shout out to them Forever Game Day.
No,
They
they're the best.
they make great merch and
They're
a
just good.
loyal sponsor.
They're just good dudes. I love the guys at Forever Game Day. They're always just hitting us up, like good guys.
Yeah,
Check them out. Forever.
I'm glad to have them as a sponsor.
Yeah, forevergameday.com, promo code NUT, 15% off your first purchase. And they don't just have Ohio State gear. They have everything. They have Michigan, if
Yeah,
you
one of my favorite. I haven't been able to wear it, but it's still in the package. But my favorite, the three uh,
the three
get
around. Yeah.
irrational groups: ISIS, the Swifties, and Michigan fans. I do love that shirt. Haven't been able to wear it. I'm opening it up right now, but it's a great merch.
And
Get yours today.
yeah, great friends. Yeah, no, I think really, I'm not gonna lie, folks. It's the off season right now. It's not a ton of content, not a ton to talk about, but we have some stuff. Oh, Evan Mahaffey entered a transfer portal, by the way. Forgot to mention that. That was an interesting one. Um, that was an interesting one. That bummed me out, not because he's a good player. I just liked his role he played for Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he was a good glue guy, set picks well, played good defense, got rebounds. I thought he played well. I think at times he was playing almost center because obviously Bradshaw really wasn't doing much. Um, that stinks. I just like Mahaffey, even though he's not clearly the best player on the court. Yeah, I just like what he brought to the table. Um, and then last thing, college basketball crown starts in like 2 weeks. Um, I just want to point this out.
Starts next week.
Yeah, I think well next week. Yeah, I get yeah. Ohio State was invited. They opted out. You know, one of the teams that actually took Ohio State's spot, which it comes full circle, baby. The DePaul Blue Demons. Can't make this up. So I mean, this is uncharted territory. We've never seen a Holtman team play in April or end of March. So I don't know. Maybe they're going to be good.
What was their record?
They were bad. They were like
How did they make the Crown tournament?
I think they just they
At
missed the team.
14 and 19.
They
How
were
many teams declined this in the Big East?
well, they were second to last in the Big East because Seton Hall was last place. Seton Hall, by the way, the Scotty Middleton transferring there.
Georgetown probably declined.
Yeah.
Butler declined. Dad Mata just said, "Yeah, I'm done." Oh, I remember taking that picture when it was Butler versus DePaul, and I just thought to myself after I took the picture of Holtman, I was like, "Wow, the battle of the last two Ohio State basketball coaches." And we found out who was better, and that was Thad Matta. Easily.
Shocker. I am so shocked. That is shocking and surprising. Uh, wow. Um, but yeah, it's the off season. Spring game coming up. Ryan Day says now we are gonna have a game, by the way. He said there's gonna be a game, but
He's going to try.
there's what does this even mean? We're gonna try. Are we is there gonna be a game? Is it gonna be flag football? What is it? I need to know, Ryan.
It's a showcase where Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate, Brandon Ennis do not do nothing.
they're gonna block for one play.
And say they made it.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's not going to be on Fox or anything like it was last year. That might have been a one-time thing.
Is that BTN?
Probably.
BTN makes sense. But yeah, that's all I really got. Hammer looks like it's coming soon for Michigan. Look out, boys. Look
Maybe.
out. Not looking too good right now. Buckeye Scoop's been right about almost everything.
That's about the only thing they've been right about is all this Michigan stuff.
I mean, look, they that's their niche, bro.
Yeah.
Like they were right, honestly though, in 2020, like they were right about the 2020 stuff. Um, remember like they
Well,
were
I mean, in the last year and a half, this is about the only thing they've been really.
yeah, yeah. I like Buckeye Scoop.
They're funny.
They like us. I like them.
Oh, by the way, before you get off here, did you happen to see the new AAA affiliate team name for the Baltimore Orioles? They went from the Bo Sox. You know this because you go to a Clippers game quite often. They changed their name to the Oyster Catchers.
Okay.
Go look at their logo before we get off here, or I can send it to you.
Hold on, no, I'm gonna oyster. I think I already know what this is gonna look like, but I let's see. Oh my God. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? All right. That is enough internet for today. Thank you, everyone, for listening to another episode of the Punch Nuts podcast. Enjoy opening day tomorrow. Do not look up the Baltimore Oysters logo. Wow. Go Bucks.
Go Bucks.